Yo, what's good? Welcome to Trill Talk, so we keep it trill, we keep it real. We talk about a little bit of everything here on this channel. We even do reaction videos and all type of shit. So tap in, hit that subscribe button, like, share this shit with your friends. Today, we're gonna jump into this shit real quick. Now, I know y'all been seeing the news because it's been blasted all over social media. But if you ain't on social media and you only, following the big news corporations, then you probably ain't really seen much about it, which is total BS. Chad Wheeler, now former NFL player, number 75 for the Seattle Seahawks. He beat this girl, like really, really bad. He's now arrested on domestic violence charges. Beat the hell out of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she said that he beat her unconscious twice. Fucked up. You know what I'm saying? His ass really need to be handed to him. And I'm just quite upset that ESPN and them not keeping the same energy like they did with what's the dude's name? With Ray Rice. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hell no, just because it's a brother y'all gonna talk about on national television, but y'all ain't gonna talk about this white man doing this type of shit. Nah, this shit need to be covered. I'm finna go into depth on this a little bit of this report right now, so y'all can see exactly what's been said and what's coming out from the sources. Alright, let's get into this. So, from my sources, over the weekend, now former NFL player Chad Wheeler was arrested on suspicions of domestic violence against his girlfriend, and she says Wheeler strangled her until she lost conscious twice. Not only strangled, he beat. Yeah, get all of it in there. And expressed shock that he hadn't killed her. In the days since the Seattle Seahawks have dropped Wheeler from the team, on Wednesday night, prosecutors brought charges against him, first-degree domestic violent assault, which is a Class A felony, and as well as unlawful imprisonment, domestic violence, and resisting arrest. So that's the charges that they brought him up on. He better get sentenced to every one of them, you feel me? Y'all better not let him off, because I've been hearing, from the independent journalists how they want to talk about how he bipolar and how he hasn't been taking this bipolar medicine. Not an excuse, you know what I'm saying? Lock his ass up, throw away the key, put him up in there with the other gorillas and let them really get him. You feel me? You put your hands on a woman to this severity. If y'all haven't seen the pictures, then you really don't understand. In the picture, I thought it was a dead person the first time I seen it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? And they say on the report, they say he just strangled her, but you can tell, like, nah, it was more than just strangling, my nigga. He beat the fuck out of her. Unacceptable, dog. Unacceptable. Alright, so according to the police from the report, according to the police report from the evening of January 22nd, the Kent Police Department in Washington received a call from a woman claiming that she locked herself in the bathroom following a physical fight with her boyfriend. When officers arrived to the apartment, they could hear a woman screaming from outside, prompting them to force their way in. Once inside, per report, officers realized the woman was in the bathroom where they found a woman who was nearly a foot taller than the woman, more than twice her weight, hovering beside her. According to the charges, the woman suffered injuries to her face, eyes, throat, lungs, and will require surgery for a broken arm and dislocated elbow. I had no clue that it was. You hear that? Let me just say it again. The woman suffered injuries to her face, her eyes, throat, lungs, and will require surgery for her broken arm and dislocated elbow. And ain't nobody talking about this. You know what I'm saying? I see hip hop media outlets talking about this more than sports outlet. This is a sports hit. Yo. In the interviews with law enforcement, the woman shed light on her relationship with Willie and the events leading up to the incident. She said they had been dating for 6 months and moved in together in the past November. On the day of the attack, the woman continued, Willie had been acting erratic leading up to the incident and noticed that he had recently stopped taking his medications for his bipolar disorder. That's what I was talking about earlier. The evening of the 22nd, she said Wheeler was in a dark place and demanded that she bow down to him. Yo, ladies, that's not where it's at. I don't care who your nigga is, what's his status, how much money he got. If he ain't giving you that respect, if he puts his hands on you, leave. You do not stay. And if he did it once, and that apology come, nah, don't fucking listen to that. If they'll do it once, they'll do it twice. Please don't stay in no abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care if it's fucking mental abuse, physical abuse, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. You need to have your peace. You need to have your peace of mind. You need to be living positive, have positive energy around you at all times. And I guarantee you, it's a man out there right now who would treat her amazing and would never put her through the shit that she going through right now. You know what I'm saying? So he demanded she bow down to him. When she asked him to explain what he meant, he threw her on the bed and strangled her until she lost consciousness. Then, after she came to and tried to flee, he yanked her arm and strangled her until she lost her consciousness a second time. Per the police report, at one point during the alleged events, Wheeler was shocked that his girlfriend wasn't dead, exclaiming, "Wow, you're still alive?" Wheeler was apologizing profusely to his girlfriend, and then he resisted arrest. From the report, it took 3 officers to subdue him, after which he was taken to King County Jail. Wheeler was released Tuesday after posting $400,000 bail. It should have been a no bail. Fuck that. Lock his ass up. Get this process started. Meanwhile, it wasn't until Wednesday afternoon, 5 days after the attack, that the Seahawks condemned the lineman alleged actions and announced that they were cutting ties with him. Following the announcement, Wheeler addressed the reports in a series of tweets. So this is what he said. Events happened over the weekend that transpired from a manic episode, and apologize profusely for the turmoil that I have caused to my family, teammates, fans, and those who are closest to me. He continued, "It's time for me to walk away from football and get help. I need to never again pose a threat to another. I'm truly ashamed." King County prosecutors brought charges against him later that night. So, been on that wrapping this up, Wheeler arraignment is scheduled for February 9th. If convicted, he could possibly be sentenced up to 8 to 12 years in prison. He need to get 9 years and then get 4 years of probation after that shit. No more football. She need to drain that money from him. All that, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that shit is totally fucked up. Like I was saying earlier, ladies, if you're going through something, please do not stay. That shit ain't worth it. He's a hoe out here. And that shit fucked up. Before I wrap it up, I got one more thing I want to share with y'all. Des Bryant had to address the situation. He came out and he said some things on Twitter, and I agree with him, bro. I'd be the same way, especially if I was in your position where I'm right there with the guy, you know what I'm saying? The people he associate with, people I know, you know what I'm saying? We in the same league, this and that. Probably gonna come across of him, not now, but if he get out of this legal shit, you definitely gonna come across of him again, and you need to handle them deads for real. Need to. But if he don't, them boys gonna handle them behind bars for real. But this is what the dad said right here. And I quote from his tweet, "Child Wheeler, if I ever run across you, we're going toe to toe, because I wouldn't mind making the news, breaking something across your head. Then ask, are you still alive? I know one thing, the media don't mind destroying black athletes without the facts." Thank you, Dez, 100%. And that's completely messed real. Yeah, this Trill Talks. Y'all have a good night, man. That's all fucked up.